Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ishan, and today I am going to give presentation on topic the economy of Pakistan from 1947 to 2018. First of all, I will give the introduction of economy with the current position of Pakistan's economy in the world. Economy is the backbone of every country which exists on this planet, and without it, no state function can be performed efficiently. The economy of country determines the power or the weakness of country and shows the credibility of the country in handling its resources according to the population and needs. In current time, everything depends on economy, and every country is striving to raise their economy or they will be out of the race. Like all other countries, Pakistan have an economy which is 22nd largest according to purchasing power parity and 45th largest in terms of nominal gross domestic product (GDP). Mainly, the economy of Pakistan depends on agricultural goods and agriculture derivatives goods, such as textile from cotton, leather goods from animals. The economy is semi-industrialized and major economic zones are established along river windows. Major exports of Pakistan, which earns the foreign exchange, are textile, leather, corporate sandworks, sports goods, chemicals, and surgical goods to some extent. The major economic hubs of Pakistan are Karachi, which is facilitated by its warm water ports, and urban centers of Punjab such as Lahore, Faisalabad, Sialkot, Gujranwala, due to their good geographical and climatic feasibility and well-developed rail and road networks, which helps in smooth functioning of the economic activities. The economy suffered due to political disputes and changing government structure, but foreign remittances from overseas Pakistanis provide a great support to the economy. But still, the current amount deficit in our exports and imports give a tough time to our economy and its stability. So, the major economic industries of Pakistan are textile and apparels, food processing, pharmaceuticals, surgical instruments, construction material, fertilizers, shrimps, and paper products. The total labor force of Pakistan is about 49% employed, and the sector-wise distribution of labor force is in agriculture 37.4%, industry 24%, services 38.6%. These are the main sectors which contribute to the economy of Pakistan. So, talking after the independence, Pakistan's population has grown from 30 million in 1947 to 220 million in 2020. Despite this, the economic growth rate has been higher than the average growth rate of world economy during the same period. Average annual GDP growth rates were 6.8% in 1960s, 4.8% in 1970s, and 6.5% in 1980s. Average annual growth fell to 4.6% in the 1990s, with significantly lower growth in second half of that decade, 1950s and 1960s. During 1950s, the average economic growth per annum was 3.1%. This decade was marked by both political and macroeconomic instability, and there was shortage of resources to meet nations' need. After State Bank of Pakistan was established in 1948, a currency dispute broke out between India and Pakistan in 1949, due to which trade relations strained until the issue was resolved in mid 1950. Pakistan economy was then revitalized under Ayub Khan with an economic growth of 5.8% during his 11 years in office. Manufacturing growth was 8.5%, highest ever in Pakistan's history. Automobiles and cement industries were established, and government constructed dams, canals, and power stations. Along with heavy investment in manufacturing, Ayub's policy greatly boosted agricultural sector. Tax concessions were offered, which attracted many entrepreneurs to establish small industries in Punjab. In 1959, country began construction of new capital city, for which Greek architects were hired to design its master plan. Then comes 1970s nationalization and command economy. Economic mismanagement is in general